Lotar friends, hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, everyone's favorite orc warrior, and today ended up being a shorter workout. I did get a volume PR on my press, but we'll get to that in a minute. I went to squat today and I noticed my hips and my quads were throbbing even on this first warm-up. So in between every set, I probably spent 5 minutes taking the massager to my quads, to my hips, everything else, the electric massager, trying to move around a little bit, get blood flow to them. Nothing really seemed to help. It's like I basically have reached my recovery for my lower body for the week. I'm pretty much at maximum recoverable volume with the sort of poundages I'm using with the rep range. This is all I can handle. Now, I'm going to keep pushing it up, but me already kind of taking a small strength hit, having to, later in the week, because earlier in the week I was fine. Monday and Tuesday I was strong. We did just fine. 475 singles, 405 back off triples, just fine. Got further into the week and it got harder, especially when I started going ahead and adding in those beltless pause squats 2 sets. Got tough. And so I got under 405 today and realized that was pretty much all I was really going to handle. It looked pretty clean, but the way it looked versus what I felt in my quads was different. And my hips are just beat up. My quads are beat up. Even my hamstrings are throbbing. And I think, again, it has to do with, look at the total poundages I moved on deadlift this week because of the extra work, like the 505 hook grip and all that. The extra little minor stuff starts adding up, like just the double overhand stuff, the extra grip work there. That stuff starts adding up. Even little 375 and 405 and 415 singles for double overhand can start to accumulate a lot of fatigue. It really can. So I'm feeling it today. But here's the thing. Come Monday, I'm going to be good and strong because I'll be recovered well enough. All right? Because I think what I'm going to do, it's going to be Sunday. We're just going to stretch and stuff. But we'll get over to this. All right, so I dropped down to 335 for my beltless pause work. I went ahead and did both of them because that's the other thing, guys. What is it that, again, guys like John Bros say who talk about daily squatting systems? It doesn't matter how weak you are. You get under the bar and you squat what you can. If you're a 550 squatter and a 315 is your max for that day, you get under the bar and you squat 315. All right? We can talk about this stuff all the time about daily minimums, but you're going to reach points in this style of training where your daily minimums are going to just go to crap. And again, you've got guys like John Bros who talk about it, and they'll tell you to embrace the suck, till you suck it up and get in and squat 315 if that's all you can do. Even if your warm-ups are in the 400s, all you can do is 315, get in and squat that. Or it's like you see guys like Greg Knuckles will talk about these high-frequency max effort systems, and he'll talk to you about the dark times in your training. And a lot of times when you start adjusting volume and adding stuff, that's when you hit those dark times. And I'm doing a whole lot of that these days. So the difference here is that you can tell a weak person who doesn't understand the system in the comments, right? You can always see those people. They'll be like, you need a deload. Maybe you should rotate exercises, right? You should do front squats instead. They'll tell you this stuff, right? That's the people who will drop out of this program. That is the people who are not suited for this style of training, because it's not for everyone, guys. And I don't mean that as an insult. That doesn't make you a lesser person. And I want that to sink in. I'm not telling you that, oh man, if you can't do this system because your career or your mindset or whatever is going to get in the way, that you're emotionally weak or that you're a bad person or you're inferior, because you're not. It's just not for everyone, guys. It really isn't. And that's not like a marketing ploy that I'm going to put out an ebook now and this is not for everyone, only the most dedicated. All right, guys, that's a marketing ploy. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just telling you guys straight up. This stuff gets hard. And I can already tell when I read the comments who wouldn't be able to hack this sort of program, because their comments give it away. You should do this instead. You should drop the singles and just do more volume. You should replace a bunch of your back squats with front squats. Yeah, you need a deload, right? I don't have the signs of needing a deload. If you think what you're seeing here means I need a deload, you're going to struggle with a heavy program. It's probably not for you, brother. And again, it just is what it is. This sort of stuff gets tough and you've got to stick it out. But the difference is I'm in a life situation, and it doesn't make me a better person. It doesn't make me superior. It just means I'm in a life situation where I have unlimited recovery, because YouTube is my job. I make more than enough to live, just off this channel alone, just the commercials. So it puts me in a situation to where I can recover more. Like, I can just choose to sleep 12 hours if I want. Like, if I'm really struggling with this, I can go to bed at 10 o'clock tonight. I can get up at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I can get up in the middle of the night, take a hot bath, and knock some protein down, eat some Greek yogurt, and go back to bed for another 8 hours. And that's the difference, guys. That's the difference. It makes a whole world of difference, and you have the ability to do that. God, I haven't even gotten over to what I'm doing right now. I'm going to have to extend this out so that we can talk about what I'm actually doing there in the background in a minute. But the point is, guys, that's how you've got to deal with it. But I'm at the point this week where I'm done. My lower body is completely shot. It is completely shot. I went to set up my deadlifts. I took a power nap after doing my 5 sets of presses here. And yes, I did 5 sets. We'll get to the deadlift in a second. Here's my 5th set. So we'll go ahead and talk about that, and then we'll kick some other footage in to talk about what's going on. I got a PR today. I said last week I went up to 195 for my triples. I did 4 triples and said I was done. Today I knocked out 5 triples with 195 with ease. The volume benching is carrying over to my press. I'm now stronger on my press day as a result of my benching, even though I'm only doing the press once a week, because benching's taking a bigger priority. It's a more important competitive lift. It involves a little more upper body muscle mass. And again, I'm not worried about necessarily the core and lower body. I'm squatting and deadlifting every day. All right, that's covered. That's not a problem. So I got a press PR there. We'll see how it goes next week. Maybe we'll bump it 2.5 pounds, right? And we'll see how many sets we can get with that. You know, how cool is that going to be? Like, how awesome will it be if I get my press to where I could take my old max and do it for 3 on doing my 1 day a week stuff? That would be amazing. I don't know that I'm going to get there, because I mean, if you look at the rate I'm doing it now, you're looking at every 2 weeks going up 2.5 pounds. That's what, I'm 30 pounds away from that now. So you figure 12, that's 24 weeks. Man, that would be 6 months. Honestly, that's not bad. Actually, I'm doing the math in my head. Actually, if I could do that in 6 months, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll just progress on this as we're able. But that's the beauty of it, you know, is that because even though this is a lot of people think of it as a primary lift, some people call it the 4th power lift. Some people call it the big 4. The closed grip pressing is carrying over to it tremendously, because it's clearly not this lift. It's clearly not me gaining weight, because I'm not gaining weight. I'm not blasting gear, but because I'm doing the extra benching, it's carrying over to this lift. I put so much work into this lift, and now my work capacity is going up on it. Now that I'm just doing all the other benching and just focusing on volume on this volume triples. So it's nice. I mean, it's improvement. I'm happy. I'm glad to see that. Glad to see that. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes, and that's where I'm going to go with it. Even though it's a once a week lift, for me, it's an important lift, and I am still focusing on progression. And that's the thing, guys. Even on a system like this, you can take a lift like this that you make of secondary importance. You wheel it in and only do it once a week or twice a week. You can still progress on it as long as you have other lifts that carry over to it. You know, it's fine. I wouldn't say that about a lift that you're extremely excited about. But yeah, that lift, it works fine. So what else did I do? Because I didn't deadlift. I just went to go set it up. I'm like, man, my body hurts. Like, my hands hurt. My hips hurt. My quads hurt. I can't deadlift today. I've deadlifted 5 days this week. I got a hook grip PR. I've put in a lot of volume. I'm going to take it off. That's it. I'm not going to do anything this afternoon, and I'm going to take tomorrow off. I'm going to have a day and a half off from lifting. I'm going to relax. I'm going to sleep, recover, massages, hot baths, and I'm going to come back Monday, and I'm going to kill it, work mode style. And then in addition to that, I'm filming now. I'm recording this before I do my other work. I'm probably going to do some curls. I'm going to do some face pulls. I'm going to do some grip work, because I do that stuff too. So that's pretty much how my day went here. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.